Welcome back to inCity Magazine video series. I am your host, Christopher Thomas, and we have another exciting show set up for you today with our special guest, Joan Darkortey. How are you, Joanne?
Oh, thank you. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for having me today, Chris. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for making some time out for me and for our audience. Let's get started by introducing yourself to our audience.
Well, my name is Joan Darkortey. I'm the co-founder of Liberia Economic Development Initiative, or LEDI, LEDI. And it was established in 2007 out of my desire to be the change that I wanted to see. And that was to give hope to the people of Liberia, West Africa. And we've been on this journey for almost 15 plus years and continuing to make a difference, and just want you to learn more about what we do and to join us.
Yeah, thank you so much. You know, Joanne, when I first heard about LEDI, I was like, you know what? We have got to support this, you know, our company, our agency. So LEDI has something special coming up. Please enlighten us with the details.
Absolutely. So we have our 7th annual International Life Changers Awards, but this year is especially special because it's the 200th anniversary of the establishment of Liberia as a country, as now it's an independent republic, but Liberia was established in 1822 by the American Colonization Society. And because it turns 200 years old, and we all know you can only turn 200 once, right? So we decided to combine our annual event to be an International Life Changers Awards and Bicentennial celebration. And the theme is to give the gift of literacy to Liberia, which is the perfect 200th birthday gift. So we have wonderful honorees, people that you will name, whose name you will be very familiar with, including our honorary co-chair, Tommy Dortch, who's the president of 100 Black Men of America, Ms. Nona Clayton, who's a Trumpet Award founder. We also have Ms. Dana Lupton, who is the CEO of an Urban Dance Institute. And we also have Dr. Jamal Bryant, who's also an honoree, and we might have a few more to list. But the point is all these people are coming around not only LEDI, but the country of Liberia to show that what people can do who have agency, who use their agency to make the world a better place. So we're promoting our international life changers while we're also celebrating Liberia's bicentennial and giving the gift of literacy. So it's a great cause.
That is an amazing cause. And you have a few of my favorite people, you know, that are being honored. So I can't wait to celebrate them with you and LEDI. So why is Liberia in such need for the gift of literacy?
Oh my goodness, it's a long story, but from the founding of Liberia in 1822 to when it became an independent republic, Liberia has undergone a lot of changes. And one of the most notable ones in the history of Liberia, which again is 200 years old, is a civil war that lasted over 14 years. And during that civil war, 70% of the schools were destroyed in Liberia. And you fast forward, it ended in about around 2005 with mass devastation, over 250,000 people who lost their lives, including LEDI's co-founder, who also happens to be my husband, Rufus. He lost his father and several siblings. So people were, the land was decimated. And at the end of that, we saw that there was so much need, especially with the young people. Today, Liberia has a population that's over 50% under the age of 25. And over 50% of that group is illiterate. And some estimates 70% among young girls. And we know that that's a travesty because you cannot have a future if you're illiterate. In fact, you cannot even contribute to your own vitality and productivity of the nation if you're illiterate. So what better gift to give a country that is today considered, well, I should say was once considered one of the richest, most prosperous countries, a light and a beacon of democracy, on the continent of Africa, but today, due to the war and other circumstances, has become the fourth poorest country in the world. What better gift of hope can we give to the people of Liberia than to give them their first modern state-of-the-art public library and technology center? I think it's a wonderful opportunity. And people often ask us, your name is Liberia Economic Development Initiative. What does economic development have to do with libraries? And so I tell people that literacy is the bedrock, it's the basis for economic development. So we had to start where the people are, which is let's give them what they need most, because we know that once that baseline, that bedrock is built, all things else can build upon that solid foundation, which is literacy.
Absolutely. Wow, that is great. It's amazing to be able to, and exciting to be able to talk to someone who has so much passion, about what they do. And we can hear that passion, that comes from, and it's genuine. Why are you so passionate about LEDI's mission to reduce poverty and to change lives?
That's a powerful question, and it's one that means a lot to me. I've had that spirit in me to look out for those who cannot defend themselves, to be there for the least of these, to advocate for those who don't have a voice. Since I was a very, very, very little girl, I've volunteered with organizations over the years, from the American Red Cross to American Friends Service Committee to IRC, the International Rescue Committee, the TRC Diaspora Project. I mean, you name it. But when this situation happened in Liberia, my roots are in Liberia, and I just knew that I couldn't sit back and not allow myself to make a difference. And so I think my passion comes from me realizing that I have the power to make a difference. I may not have all the money, I may not have everything figured out, but that's okay. And that's why we invite people to see international life changers, like with our event, because it inspires people. It inspires me to see that, as a community, each person can make a difference. And then together we're even stronger when we put our tools, our resources, our energy, our power. Oh my goodness, what can we not do? And so I've seen this time and time again. I'm one of those, I'm a believer in God. I trust him. I know that, that I can do more things through him than through my own strength. So I say all that to say my passion is how I'm wired, frankly. I believe that one person can make a difference. I believe it can just take one. And I'm okay with being that one. And so I'm thankful for the impact that we've had over the years. We've sent thousands of children to school. We've fed people. And when I say we, I'm not just talking about myself. I'm talking about the friends of LEDI, the partners of LEDI, the people who support the work, the people who have helped us over the years to just do amazing things. You all also have passion, and we appreciate your support. And we thank you for your continued support to all the friends of LEDI all over the world. I say thank you because that's what gives me the energy and the passion. The last thing I'll say, and I know this is a little long-winded, but there are things that give us energy and there are things that take our energy. And serving people gives me energy. It truly does. And so I'm thankful to have the opportunity to refuel through service. And so that's where my passion comes from. When I know that some kid that I've never met, they could be the person that has the next cure. They could be the next president. They could be at the UN General Assembly. They could have, some great contribution to the world. That gives me a lot of hope. And I'm just thankful to be used to help others.
Together, things happen, certainly.
Yes,
And
yes.
nothing like servant leadership.
Yes.
And LEDI is certainly, it's setting a good example internationally by doing that. Joanne, thank you so much for joining us today. Will you please share with our audience how to become a supporter of LEDI, become a sponsor, get tickets to the 2022 LEDI International Life Changers Awards and Liberia's Bicentennial celebration?
Yes, but before I do, I would be remiss if I didn't thank you, Chris, for your support. You are a man who has integrity and who's using your platform to allow people like me to have a broader voice. And I am so grateful on behalf of the board and all the friends of LEDI. We say thank you. And to you out there in TV land, I want to say thank you for joining us for the 2022 International Life Changers Awards in Liberia Bicentennial celebration. It will be taking place on October the 29th at the Omni at CNN Center in Atlanta, Georgia. To buy tickets, to sponsor, and or to donate, LEDI is a 501c3 tax exempt nonprofit. So to do any of those things, you can visit us on our main website at www.ledinow.org, which is LEDINOW.org. Or you can also visit LEDIfundraiser.org. Both will take you to the same place. And we thank you in advance for your generosity.
Thank you so much for that compliment. And I really appreciate that. And we'll make sure that we insert that link so that everyone gets it right, so that no mistakes, and so they can make sure they're at that event and able to support, buy tickets, or be a sponsor, or if they can't make the event, to be a supporter of LEDI in general. So thank you again, Joanne, for joining us. That's it for us today at inCity Magazine. Until next time, have a fantastic day and stay healthy and well.